Okay, we're now looking at algebraic techniques, and the syllabus code is MA 5.26NA. What we're looking at today is going to be expanding and factorising. Now, expanding and factorising are the reverse of each other. It says to apply the distributive law to the expansion of algebraic expressions, including those involving indices. There are some with indices down the bottom, and those maybe with negative coefficients. We can see negatives there. And we're going to be removing grouping symbols. Okay? And if there are like terms anywhere, we need to collect like terms where appropriate. Now, to expand, for example, here, A bracket B plus C, we do the A times the B plus the A times the C. Look, I don't set it out like that. I'll show you what I do. I just do first term times the first, the term outside by the second one. And I don't put this plus in the middle. We determine the sign as we go along. It's much easier. And here as well, A times B minus A times C. I don't tend to do it like that. I just do A times B and then the A times C. But because there's a negative there, we've got a negative here. But you'll see what I mean when I do it. I don't want you writing it out and taking 3 lines to do something that you can do very, very quickly. So let's look at the first few examples. Are these big enough? I can make it a bit bigger. One sec. Is that better? All right, I can't make it much bigger than that because my hand will get in the way. Okay, the first one. Girls, so basically when we expand, it's the term outside multiplied by each term inside the brackets. So first you need to see whether, so we're doing 3m times m. Now they're both positive. So 3m times m is 3m squared. Now I'm not going to just automatically put a plus. I'm then doing 3m times, so positive 3m times plus 5. That's how I do it. It's 3m times 5, which is 15m, but it's a positive times a positive. That's how I do it. So 3m times m is 3m squared. They're both positive. 3m times this 5 is 15m. That's 3m times, that's a positive 5, plus 5. So it'll be positive there. You'll see when you'll get a negative in a minute. Now this one is negative 4 times 2p. What do you get? And I don't write then plus negative 4 times 3. I don't do it like that. I then go, when I multiply the term outside by the term inside, can you see that's a negative times a positive? So what's it going to be? Yeah, instead of going minus, plus, plus negative, I don't do it like that. I just say a negative times a positive is going to be negative. What's 4 times 3? Or I just go negative 4 times positive 3. Got it? Okay, the next one, what do you get? Negative 5 times 2x. But then this next one is negative 5. Yeah, it's a minus times a minus or a negative times a negative. It's plus. Do you get that, girls? Now, shh. So the correct mathematical way to do it is to put negative 10x, take away negative 20. But we don't want to do that, okay? It's just that times that would be negative. The 5 times the 4, they're both negatives, so you get plus 20. That's the easiest way to do it. All right, what about the next one? Now, when there's a negative out the front, it's like negative 1. Negative 1 times 6x is, and then it's, girls, it's just the negative of what's inside. Negative 6x and negative 3. Yeah, or negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. What you can think of, the way you can also think of is, all right, I'm going to remove the brackets and whatever's inside will now be the opposite sign of what it is. That's a positive 6x, so it'll be minus 6x, or you just go minus 3. That's the opposite of negative 3 will be a positive 3. But look, negative 1 times 6x, negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. Got it? All right, now be very, very careful here, please, girls. You do not multiply the 8 by anything. That is 8, take away all of that. So, girls, it's 8 is not multiplied by anything. If the 8 was multiplied by something, the 8 would be in front of that, would be behind the negative sign. That is 8, take away all of that. Now, girls, so I'm going to cover the 8. It's written there. I've got What happens here when I open up the bracket? 7x, and now what do I do? Plus or minus 2. So it's minus 7x and minus the positive 2, which is minus 2. Do you see that, girls? So the 8 is not being multiplied by those brackets. What's inside? 8, then it becomes like the question above. Minus 7x minus plus 2 is minus 2. So girls, I need to collect like terms here. 8 take away 2 is 6. Then we've got minus 7x. Are we okay with that? So it's 8 take away 2. They're like terms because they're just numbers. 7x means 7 lots of x. Okay? Okay, girls. This 4y, does that get multiplied by anything? 4y. Then stop. Then just take this as a positive 3 in front. So it's positive 3 times y is what? 3y. So girls, when you get to this bracket, the 3 gets multiplied by the y, and the 3 gets multiplied by the negative 5 or the minus 5. So 3 times y, so that 4y's got nothing to do with those brackets. So I write it down and I'm going to cover it. Plus 3 times y is plus 3y. Plus 3 times minus 5 is what? Yeah, it's minus 15. Now, what do I now do? I've expanded. That times that. What do I do now? What do I do with this minus 8? I just write it. Minus 8. Can you see what I'm doing? So, girls, what's 4y plus 3y? Minus 15 minus 8. I'm going down 15 and down 8. No, I'm going down 15. I've just walked down 15 floors. 23 floors down. Down 15 and down another 8. Minus and minus. Negative 23. Minus 23. Girls, I've got minus 15 and minus. It's not minus 15 go back up 8 floors. It's go down 15 and go down another 8. So you've gone down 23. First lot of brackets. What do you get? 5 times A is it positive? 5 times 2, are they both positive? Good. Now, cover it up once it's done. Then, don't write plus. Don't write plus. It's just 4 times A, but they're both positive. Can you see? What do you get? Plus 4A. But tell me what you're going to get next. Then it's plus 4 times minus 3. Negative 12. See, girls, it's 5 times A, they're both positive. 5 times 2, they're both positive, so they're both positive. Then you've got, I don't write the plus. I just go 4 times A is plus 4A. And 4 times 3 is minus 12. Because it's like a plus 4 times a minus 3. It is the easiest way to do it, especially if you've got negatives in between like the next question. Are there any like terms here, girls? 5A plus 4A is 9A. And let's look at the numbers. What have you got? 10 minus 12. Plus 10 minus 12. Negative 2. You got 10 pluses and 12 minuses. You got extra minuses than pluses. You're going up 10 floors but down, up 10, down 12. You're underground now. If you've gone up 10 but gone down 12. Or you could think of 10 plus signs and 12 minus signs. You've got 2 extra minuses. Okay, the next one, girls. We're just going to do it like this. 3 times 2x is what? 6x. Then it's 3 times. So basically, it's the term outside. Multiply it by each of the terms inside. So 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times minus 3 is minus 9. Now, do not write a minus next. All right, girls, no, yeah. So now I'm covering up the brackets. Look, I'm done with that. That's done. Minus 4 times x. Minus 4x. Minus 4 times minus 2. Plus minus 4 times x is minus 4x. Minus 4 times minus 2 is plus what? 8. You must multiply the number in front by each of those. Are there any 6x, 2x, minus 9 plus 8 is minus 1. There are more minuses than pluses. Okay, next one, girls. What have we got? 3a times 2a. 6a what? Squared. 3a times plus 4 plus 12a. Now, I've done that. That bracket's done. I'll cover it up. Now, you've got minus bracket. So, what? Minus 4 minus times minus 2a. Remember, that's a minus negative 1. So, plus 2a. Are you okay with that bracket thing? So, it's minus 4. Again, it's minus that and minus that. Minus negative minus 2a is plus 2a. Like terms, please, girls. A squareds are different to a. 6a squared, what else? Plus what? 14a minus 4. Okay, a squareds, a's, and numbers are all different. You don't go adding them and put 18a or 10a. Okay? Right, the next one. Expanding with indices. Negative 3x squared times 5x squared would be what? Negative 15x to the power of 4. Negative 3x squared times plus 2x to the power of 4y. Do the numbers first. Negative 6x, 6y. No like terms. You can't collect any like terms. Can you spend a couple of minutes now doing those on your own? Going like this. So just this one over here. We've got negative 3x squared times 5x squared. So bases up, so that's negative 15x to the 4. And we've got negative 3x squared times 2x to the power of 4y. Sorry. Now, look, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. X squared times x to the power of 4 is x to the power of 6. It's not x squared then to the power of 4. It's not brackets. You're thinking brackets. All right? Can you see that it's x squared times x to the 4? And then we just got the y. So just be careful with those. Okay, girls, can you please try your turn on your own? It says here, 2x times x is 2x squared, 2x times 4 is plus 8x. The next one, negative 3y times 5y is negative 15y squared, negative 3y times 7 is minus 21y. The next one, negative 4 times 3y, negative 12y, negative 4 times negative 2 is plus 8. The next one, negative 3x and negative 5 is plus 5. The next one, the 5 has got nothing to do with those brackets. 5, cover it up, minus 4x and then minus plus 2 is minus 2. So we end up with 5 minus 2 is 3, take away 4x. Or you could write it as minus negative 4x plus 3. Minus 3, plus 3. You could also write it as negative 4x plus 3. Anyone do that? Okay, the next one. The 3x has nothing to do with those brackets, so write that out. Cover it up. Minus 2 times x is minus 2x. Minus 2 times minus 1 is plus 2. The brackets are done, plus 4. So 3x minus x, 2x is x. Plus 2 plus 4 is plus 6. 7 times y is 7y. 7 times minus 2 is minus 14. Brackets are done, cover it up. Plus 5 times y, plus 5y. Plus 5 times plus 3 is plus 15. Like terms. That's right. 12y minus 14 plus 15, there's an extra 1 plus. The next brackets, 4 times 3y is 12y. 4 times minus 5 is minus 20. Those brackets are done, cover them up. Minus 3 times 2y is minus 6y. Minus 3 times minus 7 is plus 21. Collecting like terms. 12y minus 6y is 6y. Minus 20 plus 21 is plus 1. The next, 5x times 3x is 15x squared. 5x times 2 is plus 10x. That's done. Minus 6. Minus 4x is plus 4x. 15x squared plus 14x minus 6. Be careful with these. Minus 5y squared times 3x squared y cubed. Do the numbers. A negative times a positive is a negative. 5 times 3 is 15. Alphabetical. X squared is next. Y squared times y cubed is y to the power of 5. Next. A negative times a negative is a positive. 5 times 4 is 20. Any x's? X cubed. What about the y's? Y cubed. Okay, that's the end of expanding. Next video is factorizing.